Wah! Greetings, everyone. Well, carrying on with the 60th anniversary of Godzilla this year, I picked up a few more DVDs. The last Godzilla update I did, we talked about the Heisei series. Well, let's carry on in chronological order with the Millennium Series. Yes, the Millennium Series ran from 1999 to 2004, I believe. Yeah, so good run there. Kind of a shorter run, but we have 6 movies total in the Millennium Series, and that's what we're going to take a look at today on the Multimedia Chronicles. Welcome back. Okay, so let us take a look. So the Millennium Series is very new to me. I haven't seen any of it other than Godzilla, Mothra, and King Ghidorah, Giant Monsters All Out Attack, or GMK for short. Just because that was the first one I got. It was highly recommended to me by Skinslip, so I grabbed it and I watched it pretty much as soon as it arrived and absolutely loved it. Loved it. I actually saw a top 10 Godzilla movies of all time list online recently. Don't remember where. It was just somewhere in my random internet travels. And GMK wasn't even on the list. It was actually just given an honorable mention. And I was really surprised by that because most fans that I've talked to list that as one of their all-time favorites. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. But anyway, so starting at the beginning, we have the one that kicked off the Millennium era, Godzilla 2000. Yeah, so Godzilla 2000, we actually do have a few special features on here. It's widescreen, it's English only, although actually it does also have French audio, but oddly, no Japanese. Go figure. Then we do have an audio commentary on there, behind-the-scenes footage, theatrical trailers, talent files, interactive animated menus. Stop listing the menus as a special feature, please. Production notes and scene selections. Yeah, also stop listing that as a special feature. So Godzilla 2000, basically bringing Godzilla back to his city-stomping roots. Now, unlike the Heisei series, which had a pretty tight continuity between the 7 movies that made up the series, the Millennium Series is kind of more of an anthology. There's very few that actually have continuity to them between them. They all just kind of stand on their own and are their own thing. Most of them are related to at least the original 1954 movie in some way. Beyond that, they kind of stand on their own. So next up, we have Godzilla vs. Megaguirus. There you go. I haven't seen it. I can't tell you anything about it, but I can tell you what's on it. Let's see, it's widescreen, contains both the Japanese and English audio and English subtitles. There we go. The Godzilla series, the Millennium series of Godzilla seems to have gotten slightly better treatment on DVD. First off, none of them are in double features. They're all individual releases like this. And second off, the vast majority of them seem to contain both the Japanese and English audio options. So next up, third, but most certainly not least, we've got GMK, which I've talked about before. Again, no extras on here, but it is widescreen and contains both the Japanese and English audio options. Now, next up, this is the exception to the rule. Remember how I was just saying how they're all anthologies and all unrelated to each other and to many of the other Godzilla movies? Well, these two are the exception. We have Godzilla against Mechagodzilla and Godzilla Tokyo SOS. This is a direct sequel to this. So there you go. So you at least got a 2-part miniseries of continuity in the middle there. So that's kind of cool. So Godzilla against Mechagodzilla, again, is widescreen with both Japanese and English audio options. Pretty cool. And then no special features, though. These are all pretty much bare bones, but at least you get the language options. And then we have Tokyo SOS, which does have a Toho-produced behind-the-scenes featurette and some previews. This also has Mothra in it, actually. It's got Mechagodzilla, Mothra, Godzilla, and Kamibus. I don't know. I think that's... Skinslip was saying that this is somehow also related to Space Amoeba, which was another... like, prior to that, it was kind of a completely unrelated Toho giant monster movie, but they somehow managed to shoehorn it into the backstory of this story here. So there you go. Oh, Mothra's in this one too, actually, in Godzilla against Mechagodzilla. Yeah, Mothra is awesome. I have definitely been warming up to Mothra. We'll talk about that a little bit more in one of the upcoming updates. And then finally, last but certainly not least, I know a lot of fans really like this one just because it's got frickin' everybody in it. We've got Godzilla Final Wars. There you go. They've even got Gino in it. Yes, or Zilla, which is the Godzilla wannabe from the 1998 Columbia Pictures film. So this one has Anguirus, Ibira, Gigan, Godzilla, of course, Hedorah, Kamacuras, King Caesar, Kumonga, Manda, Minia or Minya, Monster X, Monster X2, Mothra, Rodan, and Zilla. It may even have a few more in there too. I'm not sure, but yeah, that's a pretty good selection. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. And Final Wars is also widescreen and contains both the English and Japanese. So actually, for the most part, all of the Millennium series are accurately represented by having both versions. It's really just Godzilla 2000 that hasn't. But at least we have Godzilla 2000. At least it isn't missing like Godzilla 1985 is missing from the Heisei series. So that's pretty nice. So really excited about watching the rest of these because, of course, this is the most recent Godzilla we've had up until the new movie coming out. And... you know, the effects have definitely improved over the past 50 years, and some of them are quite spectacular. I mean, the effects in GMK were pretty amazing, but yet they still stick true to the roots, and it's still the, you know, actor in a suit. And it's just the suits have become much more elaborate and, you know, detailed and... I don't know how I would describe it. It's more natural movements of the faces and stuff like that. Really good stuff. So yeah. So I was mentioning last update with the Heisei series that we're going to be doing live commentaries and group viewings of those. Following that, we're going to do Space Cruiser Yamato, which is celebrating its 40th anniversary this year. So we're going to do the first 2 seasons of that, the Iskandar story and the Comet Empire story, because those are probably the most well-known and the most fondly remembered. But we're going to be doing the original Japanese version, which is pretty cool. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to get back to some more Godzilla, and we're actually going to watch all 6 of the Millennium series over the course of another week. So basically the plan is this month, March, will be the Heisei series in between the 2 animes. Armored Fleet Dairugger and Space Cruiser or Space Battle Cruiser Yamato, and then April we're going to do the the Millennium series, and then in May when we get all of those Blu-ray re-releases of several of the Showa era, we're going to do the Showa era. So yeah, so May is going to be a big Showa era Godzilla month. So be sure to join us for that. And yeah, so as you can see, the Godzilla collection is coming along quite nicely. As I said before, with the Heisei ones, there's a lot that I haven't seen. So ditto here. I've literally only seen this one. So the other 5 are completely new to me, and really looking forward to checking them out. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, because mostly the only ones I ever really saw were the Showa era. Those are they're the ones I grew up with, so they're the ones I'm most familiar with. And then between then and between Godzilla 1985 and now, I just haven't got around to seeing much Godzilla. So, you know, the plus side being now I've got like 15 Godzilla movies that I've never seen before to check out. So that's gonna be pretty cool. Alrighty, that is it from me to you for now. Godzilla, Godzilla, Godzilla. Can never get enough Godzilla in your life. So until next time, thanks for watching, and sayonara.